What are your predictions for the customer success industry in 2024? Are there any trends or changes you foresee that we should all be keeping an eye on?
I think 2024 is going to be a very challenging year for renewals in particular, and then as a result on customer success teams. Again, going back to that perfect storm we were talking about at the beginning, I think there's a lot of pressure on CS teams right now. I think there's a lot of pressure on, in particular, point products that have not demonstrated a very clear ROI. So the advice I would give to leaders right now is that they should very urgently be working with their teams to prepare for very tough renewal conversations over the next year, because think that tools are going to get consolidated. I think that companies are going to get very careful about where they're spending their money. And as a result, this is, again, the first time customer success has really been through a long economic downturn. We just don't really have a lot of the skills and preparation, I think, ready for that. So we've managed customers in pretty good times for the last decade or so. This is definitely one of those points of time where customers are going to be a lot harder to renew. Getting teams to help their customers articulate the value of the product in a measurable way is probably one of the best, I think, tactics that we can use at this stage, because if they can articulate the value, if they can articulate the value in a way that impacts their business in a positive way, those renewal conversations will be a little bit easier. But I do think that it's going to be a bit of a tough haul over the next year. I was talking with a buddy of mine who was giving me an example of I think it was a CIO who came into his organization, went down the list of all the technologies that they had, and basically saw Zoom and they saw Teams, and everybody likes Zoom, but because they're a Microsoft shop, he just crossed it right out and said, by this time next month, we're off of Zoom. And it wasn't that Zoom wasn't doing a great job. It wasn't that the team wasn't getting a lot of value from it. It's just that it was redundant to something that they were getting basically for free from Microsoft. So those are the sorts of decisions that are going to happen. And it's not going to be popular, but it is going to surprise a lot of organizations if they're not ready for that.